Hey folks, this is Uncle Duke coming at you from a hidden bunker outside of the bowels of the city. And, recently a few items have come to my attention that require me to ask a question of my evangelical friends. And, feel free to answer, feel free to not. Either way, it doesn't matter. I kind of already know the answer, but I kind of want to hear it from you guys. Recently we have states like Arizona enacting legislation which would essentially allow businesses to discriminate against their fellow Americans based on their sexual orientation and gender preference. Now, it's one thing to discriminate against somebody who's like a child molester or somebody who's a rapist or somebody who is, committed a crime of some kind. That I can understand. But to discriminate against someone whose only crime, according to you, is to be in love with somebody of the same gender. Now, my question is, what is it that you hope to gain by enacting these pieces of legislation? What is it that you hope to accomplish? Do you hope to possibly win them over? Because let me tell you something. When you're a non-believer and a Christian decides to discriminate against you because you're of XYZ gender preference, that's not going to make that person then want to learn more about evangelical Christianity and perhaps want to join the religion and maybe get some help or something like that, or to seek out not being gay. Let's, call it what it is. What is it that you hope to gain out of it? Do you hope to gain perhaps the idea that you are right and they're wrong? Do you want to feel special, that you have more rights than your fellow Americans? Is that really what the message you want to send out to the people that you're trying to minister to? Is that really the message that you want to send out to the folks that, in your estimation, really need Jesus? Because from what I understand, the Bible makes it abundantly clear that when you want somebody to treat you a certain way, Jesus said to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Is it to instill fear in them? Well, the Bible says that perfect love casts out all fear, because fear has to do with punishment. Do you hope to punish them for being who they are and loving the person that they're with? What's the point in that? What is it going to accomplish for you? Because from what I understand, according to the scriptures, you're not supposed to oppress people. At least not in the New Testament. In the Old Testament, yeah, you can oppress people left and right. But in the New Testament, you're not supposed to oppress people. You're supposed to help them. So what is it that you're trying to accomplish? In all honesty, you have people that want to make it mandatory for people to go to church. What does that accomplish? You have people that want to force women to endure a sonogram before they have to make an extremely difficult choice of ending a pregnancy. What does that accomplish? Because I can tell you right now, it's going to accomplish the exact opposite of what it is that you're trying to do, unless you want to create a situation for yourself where people look at you with disgust and disdain, and they want nothing to do with you. Now, of course, somebody will throw out that, they rejected Jesus, they'll reject them, blah, blah, blah. But Jesus never went around trying to hurt people, which is what you're doing. He healed people. He taught people. He forgave people. He gave people instructions that, love one another just as I have loved you. He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and your neighbor as yourself. So how exactly are you doing that when you're going around making people's lives miserable? I'm just curious. This is Uncle Dumak, signing off. Sanchni Facha. Have a nice day.